All right, guys, I'm back with Taylor Crosby this week, and we are going to talk about early release and what it does to your golf game and how you can fix it. All right, guys, so a lot of people suffer from early release, and a lot of them don't even know that they do it. All they see is the balloony golf ball, and it has terrible spin rates and is very inconsistent distances. So Taylor is going to describe how in the world you can fix it, and frankly, what it is. So why don't you lead everyone through what is early release?
Yeah, so early release, Chris and I both get a lot on the lesson tee. I'm just not compressing the golf ball,
Sure.
right? You get this golf ball that all of a sudden comes out, you hit it pretty solid feeling, but it comes up 2 clubs short all of a sudden, right? Well, what early release is we're getting into impact, that club head kind of beating our hands back to the ball, okay? And this happens for a number of different reasons. The biggest reason that I see is club face being misaligned in the downswing. If the club face is too open, your brain is going to find a way to try and square the club face. Usually early release happens to help people hit better golf shots.
Sure.
Right? It's not going to go 700 yards right for a right-hander because that club face is open. It's going to help us to square the face, but it's a very inefficient way to hit a golf ball, right? So what we want to do, instead is figure out, all right, how do we get the face in order and apply that little bit of shaft lean so we can get energy going out and not just up.
So if somebody is early releasing, what are the common shots that you see the player make?
So you'll see a lot of I see a lot of chunks and tops.
Sure.
Both there. For those that are doing this, it's the same motion.
Sure.
Just one happens to hit the ground, one doesn't.
Sure.
They're both bottoming out, or the low point is behind the golf ball when that happens.
Sure.
Also see a lot of big hook because we're letting it go and it's almost left or at the target or left and starting left.
Sure.
But then the ones that do go straight, your best shots, your best target line shots, you're going to come up probably 2 clubs short.
Sure.
And what's funny, a lot of times people that early release are typically pretty good drivers of the golf ball.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
Because you can get away with it a little bit more there. But with an iron, now all of a sudden we're turning, like I've got an 8-iron in my hand. If we early release, we're turning 8-iron into pitching wedge.
Sure.
As far as loft. So, those are the ones I see the most. The ones that go online are kind of coming up a little floaty, a little short.
Yep.
The ones that are also that can be very solid end up way left.
Yes.
Way left turning left. Or we get some serious contact issues hitting fat and thin.
Okay, so we know the shots we have. We know what it is. Okay, what is your number one go-to to fix early release?
So this is a drill I actually picked up from Joe Mayo. Great drill. That's one that, it's a great way to work it into while you're hitting shorter shots at first. One where you get set up, ball in the middle of your stance. What you're going to do is you're going to take your pelvis, take your hips, you're going to shift them, 3-4 inches forward so that we get the pressure onto our left foot.
Sure.
Okay? Because a lot of times early release happens because we're hanging back or the face is open. This gets the pressure into your lead side soon enough.
Sure.
Okay? So we're going to shift that pelvis forward. Well, now it would feel kind of silly with my hands way back here. So what you do at first, you're going to push your hands exaggerated forward. And as you do this, let the face kind of point out to the right however many degrees, okay? But what we want to do at first is you're going to pretty much kind of stay planted on this left leg and almost make a pitch shot motion where your goal is going to be to return to this impact position even if the golf ball is going 50 yards right at first.
Sure.
I don't care. It's going to be kind of a low right shot. Well, what we do from there, once you get that motion, then we learn how to square the face properly by getting some flexion in this lead wrist. A great way that, it's worked a lot with my students is the feeling of loosening a screw.
Sure.
Where we get more of this motion and not this motion to square the club face, right? So it goes from, as we progress through this drill, we'll get bump, hands forward. What we'll then do is have the feeling of those hands returning to the same spot, but then rotating that wrist, that forearm, to square the club face here when we get to impact. And all of a sudden you can see here, well, now I'm exaggerating it. Now I have pretty much too much shaft lean.
Sure.
Right? Well, if we're trying to take it from here, I'd rather you exaggerate it here for a little bit and get used to it. As we go closer to full speed, it'll meet in the middle and we'll be right where we need to be.
Absolutely. So I've talked a lot about getting into the wall, right? The lead side wall and moving everything around. That is an excellent way to get rid of early extension. I just
Correct.
absolutely love that. And you're going to see a lot of your golf shots come out lower when you're doing that, right?
100%.
You're going to hit, if you're hitting pitch shots, you're going to hit really low pitch shots and you're going to be able to build from there.
Yes.
I hope that helps you guys work out of your early release and start to get better compression, better spin rates, and better shots. Hey guys, if you like this video, click like, subscribe. I come out with new content every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Thank you.